Okay, so yeah. So lastly, I just want to quickly go through with you what is the difference between product life cycle and project life cycle. So we talk about project life cycle. So obviously we're talking about, all the efforts, the project, all the phases a project have to go through. It's more on the activities, okay? The effort, the effort that you need to put in for different phases of the creating that particular product in the end. So that's why the confusion are always here. So when you talk about project, it's more of the effort taken, okay, and the roles. Yeah, it's about the work, it's about the steps, it's about the procedures, it's about the effort lah. The word that I can think of is effort. Okay. So all the effort, all the endeavors, all the processes that needs to be done for at different phases of the project life cycle for it to come about. Okay. So this um life cycle project life cycle have different phases. So the different activities happens at different phases. But of course, those activities are comprising of the management functions, which I talked about last week and during the first class, and also later on there's some notes as well on this different these different processes group. We call it management processes or management function. If the processes the work functions processes is one is more on the now, as a noun planning. Planning as a noun is the functions, but the planning as a process is like a verb. It's like doing, doing planning, doing initiating, doing the execution. Yeah. If it's a function, it's like the planning is the noun. That phase, that sections, that functions. So this is the wordings that I mean, like we as management, sometimes we have to be very careful with our words, lah, so that even the students are, you are not confused, the terminologies. So that's why I'm focusing taking a bit of time here to explain on the terms here. So it's a project life cycle. We will say that it's an effort, is the effort through the different phases, and different phases have different effort. It's more on verb, okay? So project life cycle is a lot of verbing, a lot of verbing, I don't know if there's a word for it, but it's called verbing. We're doing a lot of things throughout that project life cycle, from needs idea conceptualization all the way down to handing over, all the way down to operation and maintenance. These are project life cycle. So product life cycle, basically, we're talking about how the product actually went through a different stage, going from uh, introduction to the development to the growth to the maturity. So it's about the product being put together. This is not really anymore about the work, but it's about the different components, the different sections, how the different sections are being put together for that final product itself. Okay, so basically, product life cycles is whenever it's not used anymore, it's broken, and it cannot be repaired anymore. You need to take it off, off shelf. Then that's it. That's the end of the product life cycle. So a product facilities that we build is also product. A school is a product. Okay, a road is a product. Facilities lah, product facilities. They're similar. Okay, right. So basically, the focus here, the project is focusing on the work itself, the processes itself, whereby the product is focusing on the now, on the specific parts or components. Okay, and I think if we talk about stages, life cycle will have like what I've mentioned just now. Project life cycle is like what we've mentioned just now. We've got different stages, different phases. Whereby product life cycle, we've also saw, okay, the product is introduced, then is being used, it's functioning. Okay, it means that it's being accepted by the market, and there's demand that is increasing for the particular product. Then the product goes into maturity because it already faces a lot of it's doing its part, it's serving its purpose, and then there'll be a decline, and then the product will be retired, like it's finished. Okay, so that is the difference between product and project. Okay, and of course, what we trying to think about here, I mean, I'm trying to explain it a little bit better. Is there's anything else that we've missed out? I think that's basically it, lah. I mean, like that product also, there's different parts, different functions, different parts will function differently, and yes. So in the end, product life cycle finish. Okay, product life cycle finish when there's no more need for it, and then like I say, project at the end of it also is depending on there's no more need for it. But that need, there's nothing more that you need to do anymore to the project. It will change the purpose. So the product will change the purpose as well. So there's this overlapping here that maybe can be confusing to certain people. But like I said, project is also to create a product. So that product comes to the end of the life cycle. It's also the end of the project life cycle. If you look at it that way. Yeah, so if you look at it from a project and product perspective, so there's this the development of a project, and then how project and product. I think this part of the notes here try to spell out the difference between project life cycle and product life cycle. And then it also tells about the variables and risk of project and product. So at the initial stage, if you want to change anything, yes, it's the time and money, the risk is lower, but as you move on into the project, this the cost of changing gets higher, but the risk, like as things are put together, things are becoming more and more obvious, so the risk will get a lot lesser as we go along. Okay, and then these are some of the risks and all that. So this part of the note section is on the functions of management, or management processes. So remember, there's part one of the notes where we talk about functions of management. This is actually linked to the functions of management. This is the processes. These are the verb. Okay. The other one is more on the noun. Okay. So I think there is a two major difference between management process and also management function. So chapter 1, we talk about management functions. Chapter 2, we talk about management processes. So again, I think these are quite repetitive. They are quite similar with previous management functions. And I think this is more or less what we need to carry out. The work that we need to carry out, the effort that needs to be put in, to complete a project. Okay? And I think that's all from me. I mean, hopefully you guys will go through this recording carefully. Just at least run through it once so that when we talk about scope management, you guys have a better idea. So I think generally we've already gone through very, very basic terms of what is a project, what is project life cycle, product life cycle, and all the way down to functions of management and management processes. So these are a few specific bottom line terminology, and then the objective of project management, putting management together with project management, and then applying the functions and processes of management in a project over the project life cycle is what we call project management. And that is the basic, that is the fundamentals of project management, and then moving in towards certain objectives that we need to achieve, such as time, cost, quality, scope, and integrity, and that's the fundamental objectives. Okay? So I think that is all for the 4 recordings, talking about part 2 of the fundamentals of project management. Okay? Thank you.